All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started here. Sophie's going to take over. There's a lot of good data we're going to be providing you today, and we're going to cover some important pieces. I'm glad you're here. I know it's not a big crowd. I anticipate it's going to get full pretty quick here, but I want you to see some stats in here that are going to make a difference in the way you speak with your people. Right now, your buyers and sellers have got to know what they can expect, and you are the person who provides the information. So we're going to go ahead and start up the meeting, and Sophie's going to take over. Welcome everybody, November 24th already. For some of you, it couldn't have happened soon enough. And we're almost through with this year, guys. All right, everybody, welcome back. So do I got Fairway on the line? Fairway, we'll give you a second. Let's move on to the next because we want to hear about rates because we've seen a drop. Kelso. All right. We'll keep going. We do want to, if either of our two lenders hop on, we definitely want to hear what they have to say. We've seen a drop in the rates. I'm refining my property right now. I want to thank our preferred partners, of course, before we get into the meeting. North American Title with Deanna Mellis, Allegiance Title with Carla Schraub, Allegiance Jeannie Kugler, BRPS Title, E.L. Crane, and Alamo Title with Kathy Crittenden. And then our gold partners, Acosta Agency with James Acosta, Old Republic Home Protection with Tammy Rose, High Tech Home Inspection with Rachel Williams, Leger Insurance with Kathy Leger, and Brian Inspections, Christopher Enright. Proct Insurance with Scott Proct, Jean Antone with Super Home Warranty. You have a beautiful family, Jean. Home Warranty of America, Stacy Tierheimer, and Goosehead Insurance, Jasmine Sitko. Silver Partners Chick House with Marjorie Blankenship, US Health with Priscilla Moreno, and Empire Utility Concierge with Sarah Flores. All right, guys, hard dues, they are serious. If we go late, they have the right to shut down the whole office. That means if one agent hasn't paid their annual hard dues, I think it's $469 now, then they can turn off the MLS for everyone in the market center. So imagine that other agent who's paid their dues, but maybe you haven't, and they're out showing properties on a Saturday. They have the right to turn off the MLS. Now, we'd like you to get your money in by December 1st. We know that they extend it throughout the month of December, but if you get it in by December 1st, then the following team meeting after that, we're gonna have a giveaway and we're gonna be reimbursing one person for their dues. So if you have to pay anyway, why not pay it and have a chance at getting that reimbursed? So get it in before December 1st, don't put it off, and you got a shot at us paying. All right, culture. Do I have Patricia on?
Hello, yeah. I don't know if Ashley is in the meeting. I'm not sure if she's already here, but I just wanted to let you know that they have extended the campaign for December 31st. So we have an extra month to reach our goal.
Okay, and the goal is, what we have Brookwood, who's an amazing organization that does amazing things for people that they want to be self-sufficient, and they have some challenges. Brookwood gives them an opportunity to really explore themselves and to find purpose, and they make a difference in the world. So we've been supporting them because they've been hurt significantly due to COVID as far as getting people coming out there and donating. So we've had a big drive. Can you tell us about it?
Ashley's here with us. So Ashley, can you help us? Thank you. Welcome, Ashley.
Hello. I am so excited to be here with you guys today and give you all a little bit of an update on our I Believe in Brookwood. We're, as Michael mentioned, it's been an interesting year for us, just like everybody else. But our cafe and retail revenue are actually down 50% this year, and that's a big chunk of our revenue that is supporting our programs for our adults with disabilities that live at Brookwood. So this campaign is super important for us to kind of make up the gap in that without revenue loss. And one thing I did want to mention is next Tuesday, which many of you are probably aware of, is Giving Tuesday. And we actually have a matching gift that's going to be available to us that day, up to $10,000. So I would definitely encourage y'all to keep us in mind if you're planning on supporting a nonprofit on Giving Tuesday. And support our I Believe in Brookwood campaign. And on that day, your donation will be doubled. So I would love for all of y'all to follow along with us on our social media and for more information about the campaign and Giving Tuesday. And we really appreciate all of your help.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. We will do our best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks.
All right, let me also put out one thing just on kind of in the culture side of things. How we treat each other is our culture, right? That's what separates Keller Williams from other companies, that we're going to support a company like Brookwood. Sure, other companies have got some corporation that they might support, but we do this regularly and we do it for our agents too. That's our culture, and how we treat each other is our culture. Couple of things. One, let's just take the services we have in-house. Our accounting department, you've got Felicia and you've got Victoria. These ladies work really, really hard. So when a check doesn't happen when you think it's going to happen, there's a million reasons why it doesn't. It's not necessarily the accounting department. It typically isn't. But the first thing I get is a text or a call. Hey, I need you to get my check. And when we do that, we're demeaning the whole process. We would love it if you could go directly to Felicia or Victoria as people within an organization that care about each other, and just say, hey, just unsure about if I got compliance, just unsure if this is what I need to do here, whatever it is, and talk with them directly. Because this is the best accounting team. I've done this for 12 years here, and I've never had it run so smoothly in the different facets of our company. And that includes our education department with Gabby, our marketing department with Naomi. The agent services department is just on fire. We've got a killer team. IT, these guys are wizards. And you know, I love the team that we have. Let's make sure that we respect the culture of our company and respect everybody. And it's important. Another thing, this whole COVID thing, you know, whatever your position is on COVID, it's still out there. No matter what political affiliation you have, it's still out there. We had somebody who came into the office whose wife had COVID, but they just came in and they had a one-on-one with Oscar Artero. Oscar got COVID right after that. So we ask that if you've been exposed to it, don't treat it like your immunities aren't going to impact somebody else, because it did. And so one of our staff now is recovering. Fortunately, he's young and he's recovering, but we want to take care of our people. Our people are assets. They matter. You matter. And we want to treat all people that they matter. So I just ask that you keep that in mind. Talk to the people directly. And again, don't come in if you've been exposed. All right. So part of our culture is giving back. And so we have a Christmas toy drive. It's benefiting Sutton Elementary School. We pick a school and this is the one. Toys are due by December 10th. So we'd love for you to bring them in. We're looking at, if we can scroll up a little bit, it's boys, girls, 50-50 split is what we're looking for. I mean, that's the goal. We'd like to get 250 toys. That's our goal. And it just needs to be here by December 10th. New toys in the packaging. If you don't feel comfortable about, coming into the office, you can send donations through PayPal. All of it will go to benefit these kids. And this time of year, it's been a tough year. Tucker's heading this up, and you can reach Tucker. He's got his number right there. All right, our tribes. Do I have my tribe queen on the line?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
All right, she's in the stadium today.
Yeah, let me.
Do we still have you?
I think I need to turn off mine because I'm in the same office as Agnes.
Yeah, turn off one of the 9 phones you have on.
There we go. Technology challenge. Sorry about that.
Hey, we can't
yes.
hear you.
Thank you so much for giving me the minutes team meeting again, just to promote the tribes. We are actively asking all agents to consider what interests they have, what they would be interested in reaching out and being involved with other agents about. The poker tribe has had its second meeting and it seemed to go really well. The book club tribe had a meeting last Tuesday, a couple of days ago. I think I've lost track of when it was. Maybe it was Monday. The games night was the scavenger hunt, and that went really well. And our next one is going to be a quiz night on December 4th. We've got Friends of Bill up and running, hoping to have their first meeting next week, the Thursday, not Thanksgiving, but the Thursday after. Sarai has been heavily involved with the volunteer tribe, and she's got lots of opportunities for that. Some of the others we're still not quite sure. The wine tribe, we almost had a happy hour. I turned up for it and found myself there alone. So that was kind of sad, but I ate all the cheese by myself. What can I tell you? So lots of different things happening. And if anyone has any interest in any other topic, please email me, kateferguson@kw.com. Tell me what you're interested in doing, and I will find someone else who wants to do it too. Don't forget, on Friday mornings, we have the Rosary Tribe, and that seems to be a very regular group of people, and they're getting a lot out of it. So we're really appealing to all sorts of things. We don't have any physical activities ones yet. We don't have a successful running tribe or any kind of fitness tribe. So if there's anyone out there who feels that they want to lose their COVID-19, then step up and let me know, and we'll try and get something going for that, with that too.
So the tribes have been very successful. The reason why we canceled the wine tribe, we didn't have a venue. We chose not to do it at the memorial office because we did have one person who came down with COVID. So we in the last minute we tried to move it. Sommelier couldn't come in, so that would have been a big one. Poker tribe, second meeting not nearly as good as the first because I won money in the first. But it was a great tribe. We had to have 2 poker tables. Thank you, Chris, for setting that up, and thank you, Larry. These tribes are fantastic. And if you don't feel comfortable coming in, we get it. Some of these are done virtually as well, and we'd love to have you participate. You've just knocked it out of the park.
It really can be anything. It can be, if anybody is very interested in a business area, a geographical market area, we can try and get that going. We did try to do that with the Northwest and with Katie, but we didn't manage to succeed with that. So I'd put a shout out to all of you in a geo-market area. If you want to connect with the other KW agents in our office who do a lot of business in that area, then reach out to me and let me know, and we'll see what we can do. And if you have any kind of hobby or interest and want to get to know 2 or 3 other people in the office who share it, then this is the opportunity to do so.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sorry about all the feedback.
It's all good. All right, family reunion. I know that Blandini's got a lot of people that are interested in this. Look, is it going to happen? We don't know, but we do have a lot more people signed up to go to family reunion. In fact, the family night thing that we've got going on, the prizes that you win, we double them if you choose to go to family reunion. And it's just a great way to really get the most out of this company when you get the best of the best telling you exactly what they're doing, showing you. The idea is to get the learning curve just completely abbreviated. February 7th to the 10th. If you sign up and let's say they don't have it, well, then you're going to get your money back. If they do and you didn't sign up and you can't get in, you'll be missing out on something. I know some of you are hoping, well, maybe it'll go virtual. Well, right now we don't know what's going to happen. But I would encourage you to consider doing this because it's a heck of an experience. All right, happy birthday. Today, Jillian Serrano, Kelly Walters, Lucas Bear, and Miriam Hijazi on the 25th. Abdel Mohit Salik, Bridget Macias on the 26th, Gustavo Delgado and Tony Nguyen on the 27th, Janet Gutierrez on the 30th, Angela Ray, Jerianne Cordula, and Penny McLean. Happy birthday. And we have a ton of people that capped this month. I'm really proud because this is a big group. I just lost my list, but we're going to post the names. I just want to thank you all for doing what you do. And then I've also got this year 4 cappers. I'm getting them today, the mask that say 2020 capper on it. If you capped already, you are going to get one as well if you capped in 2020. So this will be the first group that gets them. They look really cool and they're being delivered today. And then a ton of agents, October 2020 for Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four is tough to get, especially during a COVID environment. And we had so many agents qualify. We're going to send out the list of names. I want to congratulate all of you because it hasn't been easy. It's been up and down. And this is something that proves validity to others. You can do it. You can do it at any time, regardless of what the market is doing. Congratulations to you all, because this is a huge feat and a Herculean task. I'm really proud of you. Guys, if your voicemail sucks, there's no reason for it. If your outgoing message right now is the numbers being repeated back to the person calling, you're not really giving a warm feeling. We have a service that we are paying for, and it's not going to cost us more for you to use it, or they will customize a response. When I say customize, they'll put a response out with your information. So all you have to do is email tgarza@kwmemorial.com. Your voicemail is the first impression that many people get about you. And if your voicemail is full, we can't help you there no matter what service we have, or it's just blah, there's no voicemail at all, you're missing out. Take advantage of one of the services we have. It costs you nothing. We pay the fee to tgarza@kwmemorial.com. Last time we did this, we had a bunch of people sign up for it, and their voicemail sounds great. Make your voicemail sound great. Be professional. All right. KW Memorial Guide. This is your resource. So kwmemorialguide.com. Naomi put this together. It is beautiful. I want to show you what is in this guide, because this gives you information that we get phone calls on all the time. Take a look at the guide, kwmemorialguide.com, and let's take a look at what we can see. You've got our contents, culture, KW Cares, the office information. You know how often I get asked about what is our broker code and what is our broker ID? It's all right here listed. Our EIN number, well, right there. The Trek main number, our brokerage license number, the Wi-Fi password, all in here. It's pages and pages that she put through. What's the 30, 60, 90 that I saw in there? Okay, so 30, 60, 90. So if you're in the early days of your career, there's some key things that will help you get acclimated to our business. Now, plenty of you have been in the business for more than a year, 2 years, 3 years. You haven't seen this stuff, and we want you to. So if you do this 30, 60, 90, if your first 30 days, if you just pretended you just started, what haven't you done there? Have you looked at the MREA? Right now we're teaching pretty heavy on getting to the 4th level, because the 4th level, it's how you make $1 million gross a year. We've got systems in place, so we're teaching bits and pieces of it, but take a look at it. So it's fresh to you. It's not fresh to you when you go through one of our classes. And let's take a look at tools and passwords. How often do we get asked, what's my password for PowerLister or Memorial Metrics all the time? Well, we use a particular system. It's pretty basic, KW email, and then the last 4 of your social is the default. So if you forget, it's right there. Or first initial plus last, KW Memorial Systems will get you into that. But it's all in this booklet. So take a look at that Memorial Guide. This is your company. We've designed this around your needs. So transaction coordinators, we've got 2 of them. We got Melissa Ramirez and we've got Christian Conchero. Dawn is now working for an agent as their assistant. So Dawn isn't a transaction coordinator anymore. She still is working on files. She's cleaning up files, but she chose to move into the position of being an assistant. So Christian or Melissa are our two in-house transaction coordinators. All right, what the tech? Gabby, what do you got?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen. I think I can, yeah, I can. Okay, so today I'm gonna show you two things. The first one is, if you are not in this group in Facebook, I highly recommend you guys to join. It's called Pivot Shift Ahead. All of you can join because all of you are KW members, and they are going to start a Millionaire Real Estate Agent Book Club on December 4th, and they are going to cover particular chapters each week, and you'll find the videos right here on the page, like this one, for example. This is, they're covering Shift, they're finishing the book. So they'll start with the Millionaire Real Estate Agent starting December 4th. I'm going to upload into the chat the schedule. It's a PDF, so you can see what chapters you're supposed to be reading on what weeks and what's going to be covered on those weeks. So I think this is a great opportunity for you guys. If you have not read the book, you should. If you've already read it like a couple years ago, it's also a good refresher. So that's the first thing. And then the second one is in Command. If you pay attention to the designs, you'll see how they've added everything you need for the holidays to cover your social media. So if you go to the signs right here in Command, I'll show you where to find those. Once you're there, you're gonna click on the plus sign to create something new. And from there, we're gonna pick social. Let me refresh that. Okay, so we're gonna click on social and then next. And all the new templates for the holidays, you are going to find under lead generation. I'll show you exactly where. So under lead generation here, this is a category. And then you have holiday greetings. In there, you'll find everything you need for the holidays for either Instagram stories, Instagram regular, and Facebook. As you can see, everything it's already sized for you, and you can make as many edits as you want to all these beautiful designs for the holidays. So you can just pick anything you like, change the logo, put a message if you want, like for yourself, and then just share. And I'm gonna upload, I already did one of these with our logo, the KW Memorial logo for Thanksgiving. So I'll be uploading it into the chat as well if you wanna use that one.
Awesome. Wow. Thank you.
That's
What a great
it.
selection.
Yeah, it looks actually beautiful.
Yeah.
That's it.
Thank you, Gabby.
My pleasure.
All right, market update. So there's a few things that we want to cover. I'm excited to show you what direction the market is going in. We know that we've had a drop in rates, and we expected that. I mean, the Fed's practically at zero. The actualized rate was running below 3 last week. Let's go ahead and take a look. So here's what happened this year, and you get this every year from NAR, and typically they gave us geography, and I showed this to the ALC last week. This is who bought homes, first-time home buyers. Now this is kind of funky here because all buyers, 33%, 1 in 3 was a first-time home buyer. Remember that. Your friends, if you're young and you're thinking who's buying, well, your friends are buying, or your friends' kids are buying. Now, a big chunk, 22 to 29 years old, a very surprising number. You have people that are 74 to 94 years old as first-time home buyers. That's amazing. Could you imagine a 94-year-old applying for a 30-year mortgage? I'm hoping they're paying cash, but it just gives you just like a breakdown. everybody's buying. This is your hot spot of 22 to 39, but just know where they're coming from. It's cool that we get this survey from NAR. And let's take a look at the next slide. Okay, so information sources used in the home search. Just know that across the board, the highest amount, of course, is the 22 to 45-year-olds. Our online website, even this up to 64, they're at 94% are looking at your website. So the one that you get from KW, is it tweaked, or is it something you haven't looked at in forever and have no idea what's there? Even the 74 to 94, 68% of the time, that's a hot button for them. Real estate agent across the board is in the 80s. So that's an important source of information. You have got to be the person, the economist of choice, is what Gary Keller says. And you've got that if you learn Claris Market Metrics. You have that in 20 minutes. Mobile or tablet search, it drops down. Seniors, the 74-year-olds aren't even looking at it. Open houses, still big, half, you're getting about half there. Yard signs, your yard sign actually matters. And then it drops off. You can see nobody's looking at TV. Nobody's looking at, for relocation companies, that's not a source of information. Billboards, pretty much not even looked at. Home book or magazine, it still is less than 10%. They care about your website, that you're a presentable agent. So let's get your voicemail right? We're gonna make it beautiful for you if you're not doing it. And then your mobile or tablet drops off, but those first two are important. And then active military veterans. This is a huge source. If you take a look at all buyers, you have 20% that were in this last year, this is be 2020, that were veterans, 20%, 1 in 5. How well do you know the programs designed around veterans? There's more than just dollar down VA. There's a bunch of them, and you should be knowledgeable. Look at the people who are 74 to 94 that bought. Half of them were veterans, half of them. So allowing them their opportunity to use what they've earned, their VA rights, would be a really smart thing to do. It is a big participating piece that if you don't know it, you are missing out. But if you can advertise, I am knowledgeable about this, go get certified. It's not that tough. We have plenty of agents that do it, and they use that in their advertising because that's a big piece of our market. Now, the length of search, how long did it take people to look for a property? First off, number of weeks. On average, it was 10 weeks that the average buyer this year looked. For the group 55 to 64, it was longer. It was 12 weeks, but pretty much 8, 9, 10 weeks. Number of weeks searched before contacting an agent. Look who the fastest group was to contact an agent. 74 to 94 said, you know what, let me get an agent. They looked for 1 week. The rest 2 to 3 weeks. And then number of homes viewed. You know, your all buyers average 9. The 74 to 94-year-olds, they said, hey, you know what, let's go ahead and do this. And they looked and they did it for, they looked at 6 homes, and that was it. Now, where buyer found the home they purchased? Well, the internet was responsible for a lot of it. Half the time for all buyers, 52% of the time, it was the internet. Real estate agent was next, which is great, but isn't that wild? The internet's so important. So it's important that you have a presence in the right places. Now, 41% of the time, your biggest group is the 74 to 94-year-olds, but the group that's buying heavily, the 22 to 39-year-olds, that group represented 1/4 for the real estate agent. Now, most difficult step in the home buying process. This is important. If you already know what they said this year was the most important, difficult step for them, finding the right property, half the time was going to be the issue, of course. But look at just something like paperwork. So people get paralyzed by paperwork. Our transaction coordinators see this all the time. Its agents can either go sell, or they're great at paperwork. Some are good at both, but it's something that paralyzes people. And that's the second step. It tied pretty much with understanding the process and the steps. Again, something that is procedural. Paperwork is procedural. So being knowledgeable about it, even if you use a transaction coordinator, being knowledgeable about the different steps along the process is important, as you can see, but clearly finding the right property will always be the number one thing that was the most difficult in the home buying process. What buyers want most from their real estate agent? So again, before we did it, they only did it based on geography. Here it's based on the age bracket, generation X, Y, Z. Help find the right home to purchase. Across the board, 52%, kind of like what we saw just on the slide before. Help buyer negotiate the terms. It drops off dramatically to 12 to 15% or 10 to 15%. So help find the right home. The way you find the right home to purchase is by doing a really good needs analysis when you meet this buyer. Critical. If you're not going deep with them, then you may not be hitting the spot that really matters. So really learning how to do a great needs analysis. Your coaches can help you with that. Across the board, we have probably 50 sources on how to do a really great needs analysis. Take advantage of the in-house resources we have to help you with that. Benefit provided by real estate agent during home purchase process. Now, this is under the perspective of the buyer. So helped buyer understand the process. That was one of the big benefits that they saw, 61% of the time. Now, the older generations didn't need it as much as the 22 to 29-year-olds. Pointed out unnoticed features, faults with the property. That across the board was pretty big, 60% of the time, and it's pretty much consistent. Negotiated better sales contract terms. The negotiation course is not a bad one, and we've got that in-house regularly. So 48% of the time. Provided a better list of service providers. That's almost half. Improved buyers' knowledge of the search area. All of these things are important. Negotiated a better price, kind of falls in line with the other one with negotiated sales contract, but price wasn't as important as terms. And then, your list of mortgage lenders. That stuff's important, but the most important is up on top. And guys, we're going to be sending this out to everybody, by the way. So you'll all get a copy of this. So I hope you're not writing feverishly. How buyer found their real estate agent. This one's important. So referred by a friend, neighbor, or relative dominates 41% of the time. And for the younger group, the 22 to 29-year-olds, they're using their parents' realtor a lot of times. So 51%. But 41% across the board, then nothing else comes close. Used agent previously to buy a home or sell a home is 12%. You can see that really getting a referral is important. So when the Buffini program comes out in January, for those of you that have already taken Peak, sign up for this extended version, the expanded version. Working by referral really does matter, as you can see. Importance of agent communication. All right, all you got a text or post it somewhere. Calls personally to inform me of activities, 74% across the board. And the older generations, 80%, they want a phone call. They don't want to see it texted to them. Sends me posts as soon as a property is listed. So they want fast as well, 71% of the time. So getting them set up on an auto drip, you can do it through command, is what they're looking for. Sends me property info and communicates via text. All right, text is still okay, but look at the older generation. It drops off considerably. It's half on the 74-year-olds. I know that makes only a small percentage of the buying population, but it still is less than what I say that. In some areas, it's actually more. Overall, it's less. So texting is okay, but personal calling is still always going to be in style. And then the rest, they really do drop off. Sends me emails about my specific needs, 53% of the time. Satisfaction with the selling process. All right, so now we're on the seller side. Very satisfied, somewhat dissatisfied, and very dissatisfied. Overall, 66% of the time, the customer was very satisfied. Look who the most satisfied group was. 74 to 94. They like the process that we've got. Now, if we take a look at this, on the 30 to 39-year-olds, they were the somewhat satisfied, and they were lower everywhere else. But across the board, about 60% of the time, they're very satisfied. That's what the kind of the average, 60+%. What would happen if we got that number up to 75% across the board? Think about the level of service you provide. Number of agents contacted before selecting one to assist with the sale of a home. So all sellers, 75% of the time, they went with the first person. But look at the 22 to 29-year-olds. 93% of the time they meet you, they like you. So whatever's going on with that group, that it's one, remember that. The others, about 3/4 of the time, they go with one. If you look at the 5 or more, they're not doing that. The 4 or more, not typical. 2 or more, yeah, it happens. But really, it's on that first one, especially on the group that's the 22 to 29-year-olds. How many times seller recommended their agent? Recommend the typical agent. So if you take a look at all, 33% of the time, they didn't recommend at all. Recommended one time. Again, we're talking about working by referral. It's about 13%. 2 is 18. 3 is 10. Recommending somebody to 4 different people, it happens 25% of the time on average, 26%. So it's really important you make a great impression. Every piece of your business has got to be uber professional because it matters. Can you imagine if you got 4 referrals from somebody 1/4 of the time? What if you could get that up to half your people refer you 4 times or more? That would be an awesome goal. Would seller use real estate agent again or recommend to others? Well, a good chunk of the time they would definitely do it. Again, the 74 to 94-year-olds, 83% of the time, but in general, 73. Probably, there's no real bias here except for you get the probably not for the 22 to 29-year-olds. The ones who love that agent right away and didn't check on any others is the one to say probably not more than the others, more than twice as much as the others. All right, let's take a look at what happened in Houston in the last 7 days. So new listings continue to track close to last year's numbers. We're down just ever so slightly, but we did see a little bit of we were dipping down this year. As you can see, it's the blue versus last year, we were in the upswing. So we're down just ever so slightly. And then the pendings. So this is interesting as well. The pendings took a pretty good drop in the last week. So that's down 6.7% over where we were last year at the same time. Now, look how off-market listings match the pace of last year. So what this means is there are less people taking their homes off the market this year than they were last year. So last year we had 842 properties come off the market. This year we had 623. So they're keeping them on the market instead of withdrawing them early. Now the closings, this is pretty cool to see how well these trend. I mean, if you look at those graphs, I'll read it to you. Reported home closings continued to outperform during week 45, marking the 17th straight week above last year. Okay, so when the restrictions came off, people continued to buy. Closed sales of homes totaled 1,024 for the week ending November 16th versus 924 for the same week last year. That is an increase of 10.8%. So you saw we have an increase, but we also saw a dip come down in the pendings. So that's something we need to be aware of. This rise that we've had, it's dropped down. Now, interest rates are much better than they were last year. So we're gonna see what that means in the next few weeks. And showings. So this is where we had a much bigger drop. The number of appointments for property showings continued to slow during the week of November 16th. So a total of 37,303 showings were recorded for week 45. And that's a 5.5% decrease. That's pretty significant. Okay, and then we can take a look at har.com listing views. We've had more online views, 37.6% increase. So that's good. They're looking online, but actually physically going in, we had a dip. All right, so upcoming trainings. Coaching, 8:30 to 9 every morning, Monday through Friday. And the coaches are there. They're here to get you pumped up, get you focused. They discuss successes, questions, anything you have. That's what the coaches are doing. And we're really grateful. We have such a great coaching team. Ignite. So Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 12:30. James is teaching it, James Ward. And it's one where they just started it up last week again. Get involved in Ignite if you haven't taken it before, or if you've taken it and need a refresher on some of this. And then we have Ignite at night every Monday night from 6 to 7:30, and Kimberly's teaching that one. So this is the Ignite 2.0 at night, runs 4 Mondays and consists of 2 sections. Spark, which is designed to get an agent for their first appointments, and elementals with the goal of leading agents to a closed contract. So 2 pieces, and it's for our dual career agents. Win-win negotiations. One of the big things that we saw that the consumer, the buyer wanted, that was in that 3rd tier, the 3rd most important thing to them was, well, finding the right home was one, and now help me negotiate it. Monday, November 30th, and James is doing that one as well, our Ignite instructor. And we had 20 participants at Ignite at night yesterday. Risk management, best business practices, Marilyn O'Neill. So what are the best practices for listings, buyers, offers, and contract process? Update on TREC approved changes, because we know that we had a bunch proposed, and now these are the ones that are approved. Hop on that one. Be sure to be there. November 30th, it's next week, 1 to 4. Covered versus uncovered. And that's Jean-Anton with Super. And it's uncertainty clients have when purchasing a home is making sure they have a functioning HVAC, and that if there is an issue, the home warranty will protect them, because we know how bad that looks when it doesn't. And so he's going to go through that. It'd be worth taking a look. December 2nd, 11 to 12. Database, Your Moneymaker. And this is by Kate Ferguson. The content, why build a database? What info should you put in it, and how do you grow it? So Friday, December 4th, 11 to 12:30. And Kelso's got his class on Mortgage 101. And if you haven't taken a mortgage class, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the business, to know the process and how everything flows is so important, so you can articulate it to your people, especially when we have a time where appraisals are taking a while to get out, where we're seeing all kinds of things like that, when there's an adjustment in the rate and how that impacts your client. So Friday, December 4th, 2 to 4. KW Memorial Social Equity Task Force, Thursday, December 10th from 12 to 1, and that'll be Garrett. Garrett, can you hop on?
What's up, Michael?
Take it from here, buddy.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Hey guys, one of the big initiatives for Keller Williams International is creating equity, and it starts with individual offices. So right now we have a regional task force that is designed to create equity in our society. And the difference between equity and equality is that depending on your background, maybe upbringing, your sex, your religion, you may have an unequal platform. Even if everything's equal, you can run the race, but the race may not be fair across the board. So the whole purpose of creating equity is to make sure that people who are maybe disenfranchised or have a less of a platform have an equal opportunity at being successful. And it's not like a socialist thing or anything like that. It's just to give people resources to make sure that our society is even as possible, so everybody has a chance to be successful. And here at our office, our focus is getting everybody involved, not just Black people. If you have a different religion, your cultures. I think our last meeting, we talked more about Asian Americans and Asian people more than we did about Black people and equality. So it's fair across the board. We want to help everybody here, but in order to make a change, we need more participation. If you want to get a better grasp of what equity really means and what this committee stands for, we are bringing in a lady called Dr. Brandy. She is one of the under 40 most influential African Americans in Philadelphia right now. She's doing a training for our entire region, which I want to invite everybody to. And we're going to use that more as a platform to launch into January when we start our own social equality task force, and we really hit it hard.
Awesome. Thank you, Garrett. Okay, so expanding your business. This is the book Hold. So in the line with the whole Millionaire Real Estate Agent series, this book is about how to really invest and make money in real estate. And this person did it with Jim McKissick and Linda McKissick. They make over $1 million a year, by the way, in profit share. Steve is going to be speaking to our office. We booked him. Now, this class was going to be just for the top percentage of agents. We are limited. What we're going to do is we're going to open it up to agents that are in the top percentile, and then we're going to open it up to everybody else. We've got to be equitable. The agents that are producing at the highest level, if it's going to be limited, we want to give them an opportunity. You'll have the right to jump in a week after we've opened it up to them. There'll still be spaces available, I'm sure, but it's going to cap out because we are limited to the number that we can get on. So we wanted to make it fair, and we wanted to give everyone an opportunity. At the same time, they've limited the number that we can have to this. So it's going to be the top 20%, and then everybody else, hop on this if you can. This is going to be a great opportunity to have the author who knows the insights of everything there is to know about real estate investing. Then pathways to mastery. When we talked about working by referral, Brian Buffini is the king of working by referral. There's no one who's going to dispute that this guy has built an amazing business of helping people get more of their people in their database to use them by doing certain things that are so important in building relationships. This guy is great. So if you've taken the Pathways, which is the Brian Buffini's original program, if you already have that, then we'd love to have you sign up for this one, this Pathways to Mastery Advanced. That's going to take place in January. So you got a little time, January 19th through March 16th. Take advantage of the stuff that's being offered. I'm not sure what the cost is on this, but whatever it is, it's worth it. We'll get all that to you. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of properties. Tanya, are you on?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
This is a very nice property, 2395 Settlers Way. Is in Sealy, Texas. It's a cozy home, which has everything to offer, spacious rooms, four bedrooms. But the best thing of it is there's a little bit more than 3 acres land, which is clean and clear, and you can use it for many things. So please bring a buyer.
That is a huge, huge picture in the front. All right, Tanya, tell us about this one.
This one is it's very, very nice, and it's just for $1,450 in the Memorial area. I need to lease it out as soon as possible. We had several applicants. Unfortunately, they had all a terrible history, and we need someone with a nice, clean history to move in as soon as possible.
Okay, awesome. All right, Matterport. Oscar, are you there? Or Kristen?
Yep.
Okay, Oscar, tell us about it.
Yeah, so this home is located in Bel Air. It is built in 2000, but has been nicely updated over the last 5 to 7 years. And so you've got 5,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, and it's on a 9,300 square foot lot. And that's what really makes this home special is you've got this huge backyard that has grassy area, but also a large pool that's about 25 feet long. And it's got a hot tub as well. So the entire downstairs and second floor are all hardwoods. All the cabinets are new downstairs. It's soft close drawers and cabinets. So it's a really spacious open floor plan. And we've got it priced just under 1.5 million. The question that a lot of people will probably have is, has it flooded? And the clarifying answer is that the home had water penetration. There was water that came up just underneath the hardwoods, and that was the extent of it. And that was during Harvey. It's the only time in 20 years that that it's taken on any type of water. So that's what prompted replacing all the hardwood floors, baseboards, and they went ahead and cut the sheetrock up 4 feet all the way around. And then on the outside, they also cut the stucco 2 feet all the way around and resealed it and repainted the entire exterior. That's why you have a nice white exterior to the property. Yeah, if anyone is working with buyers in the area, this is a really special and unique opportunity.
Sophie, can you take a look at the backyard?
And one other thing to note, that 5th bedroom and ensuite bath is on the 3rd floor, which is a really great flex space. It certainly can be a bedroom, but it also can be an office. It's set up for that, but it could also be a workout room, guest bedroom. And just as we were walking outside here to the right, there was that beverage center and another bath. So that on the 1st floor, there's a full bath with shower that services the pool area. And then the beverage center services the pool area and the family room. There's 2 refrigerated beverage drawers, a wine fridge, and a sonic ice machine. And then as you can see there, there's plenty of grass area there for a pet, covered area, and that large pool. So
Awesome.
it's really inviting outdoors, and there's privacy all around.
Okay, awesome job, Oscar. Beautiful listing.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, haves and wants. So let's go quick on this one. Who has something coming in the MLS in the next 7 days? Meaning if it's in the MLS, we do not want to hear about it. If it's coming in the next 7 days, we'd love to hear about it if you've got it. All right.
Go.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me, Arash?
We hear you. Hi, Arash.
Yeah, hi. I just listed a new construction. It's not built yet. It will be built in 2021, and it's listed in MLS today. Sorry, it was late to send the pictures to you guys, but the address is 613 East 40th Street, Independence Heights. Is really beautiful design, modern, and like I said, it will be built in 2021. See the details there. If you have any questions, contact me. I will send you more information.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have a listing that's not in the MLS?
I
have a condo that's coming on the market probably by the end of the week. It's in the Galleria area. It's going for $125, free electricity, free water. It's all covered in your HOA. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Anybody else? All right. Who's looking for something that they just cannot find? All right. Well, cool. Okay, weekly contest. Here's our listings. Anyone who had a listing since the last team meeting, we've got you in the wheel. The first spin will be $25. It's a lot of listings. All right, Lisa Cantu, you just won $25 for your listing. This next one's for $50.
Woohoo!
All right, Brandy, you just won $50 for your listing. And this last one's for $100. All right, Raul, you just won $100 for your listing. Good job, guys. And now we'll do some Kahoot. How many do we have on? We have 60, 60. Okay, we're gonna do $100 for Kahoot. So all you have to do is go to kahoot.it, kahoot.it, and all the questions are gonna come from today's team meeting. We'll give you guys a minute to get there, not quite a minute. And we're gonna give you a code. All right, so punch in the code, 725-6669. Anthony, which name are you playing under today so we can watch that?
I'm not playing.
You've won this more than anybody, really?
I'll let it be a surprise. I'll just know that Tanya is my competition right now.
It sounds like a challenge out to everybody else. All right, give it just 15 more seconds. All right. When do you need to have your hard dues paid by to enter into the drawing? And that was for the free HAR. It's December 1st, November 30th, December 10th, December 30th. Yeah, guys, you got to have it in on the 1st to qualify. When are toy donations due for the Christmas toy drive? Is it December 1st, the 10th, November 30th, or December 4th? December 10th. Where can you find the KW Memorial Guide? kwmemorial.com, KW Rocks app, both A and B, or neither. Yeah, you can actually find it in both A and B. And then where did I get my market update reports? Did I get it from HAR, NAR, TAR, or both A and B? Yeah, I actually got it from two sources. One is from NAR, that was the annual one, and then I also get the weekly one from HAR. Last question. When is our win-win negotiations class? November 30th at 3, November 30th at 12, November 27th at 3, or December 1st at 12? I don't know the answer to this. All right, November 30th at 12 o'clock. And Longhorn, third place. Antonio, second, and first place is Carmel T. All right, it's $100 to Carmel. Guys, thanks for participating in that, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving, however you're gonna celebrate it. We just wanna support you, come back healthy. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you.